Hello, welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my videos. So the last update about Once There Was a King. Grandma finally finds out that Savitri is Gayatri and she decided to keep an eye on Savitri. Let's continue. Grandma asks Savitri why she is crying getting the bangle. Savitri tells Grandma that she got this expensive gift for the first time. A poor always cry at such expensive gift and she leaves. She comes to her room and put the bangle on, thinking about the king. Grandma watches her as she washes her face. Grandma thinks that she will now join Gayatri's relationship to death and she points the gun towards her. Kokila hit Grandma and the gun fell on the floor. Kokila pointed at it and own self and asked Grandma to kill her like she killed her son. She did what Grandma asked for and she did not even get a crown, but her son's dead body. Grandma was alerted and she says that this is not the right time. Kokila says that for her, no time is right or wrong. The prince comes there. Kokila says that Grandma only watched her son dying in front of her. The prince slashed behind Kokila's head. She fainted. The prince takes her inside. Savitri comes out. Grandma eyes with her gun. The doctor tells them that Kokila will soon be fine. The prince slaps from Kokila's side. She has gone crazy because of Lakshwara's death. The king comes there asking about Kokila. The prince says that Kokila is a mother, and the king gives Savitri the responsibility of Kokila, and Savitri says that it is a huge one. The king says that one only body nice who can bear it, and it is his decision. Savitri nods. The king asks the prince not to worry. They can't die with the dead. Grandma thinks about Gayatri, her encounters with Gayatri in the past, and she takes the gun and fires the bullet at once. Savitri saves herself. The king asks why did she just shoot. Grandma comes to realization. Grandma holds her head calling Gayatri. Grandma says that one must win in oneself to win from others. Today, she fought with her own rage. If Gayatri tells the king that she had changed the bullet in the gun, then she cries that what will she do? The king comes to her room. He says that he knows why she shot the bullet. The root of her act are in the accidents that are happening in the palace for the past few days. Now, if she will tell him the truth or should he asks Grandma and says that Lakshwara died in front of her and this sadness and anger was boiling inside her and the conditions are unfavorable now. Savitri hears this. Grandma says that he is right. There was a storm and she had been upset, but she would know more. Grandma thinks that Gayatri had a great time telling her the truth if this plan is still in her hands. Grandma says that now the king will take away her pain. Savitri was in her room. The king comes there and asks if she is fine. She says no. The king says he was really worried. Savitri asks that why will he be concerned about a maid? The king says that he is not a stone. He cannot see someone dead in front of him. She thinks that she must do some extra drama taking Grandma's name. She suggested that if Grandma wanted to kill her, the king says that she likes her. Savitri asks if there is a Diwali today, that Grandma shot her. The king says that picking up arms doesn't suggest intentions. Savitri repeats his word for Gayatri. Maybe she held the gun for something else. The king gets a headache and leaves. Rajeshwari watches him comes out of Savitri's room. She comes to his room where Savitri was. She clutches Savitri's hand and says that she knows what Savitri is doing. She wants to take the king, but she can never reach him. Savitri says that Rajeshwari is lost. Rajeshwari says that the prince always brings toys to play out of the crystal, not of the coal. She is just a shoe. Rajeshwari calls her worthless. Savitri contacts her. Savitri asks her to listen to her now. Why Rajeshwari snatches her hair thinking about Savitri? Why is a princess afraid of a maid? Rajeshwari is beautiful, and why she cannot hold her husband then? She is always afraid to lose the king because she also knows that the king doesn't look at the face. Rajeshwari's soul is blacker than her face. Rajeshwari owed a vow to take Savitri's life, but Grandma stops her. Rajeshwari says that she will not leave this maid now. Grandma asks her why she only insults Rajeshwari. When we point one finger towards other, the rest of the fingers are towards our own self. She must control her anger. Rajeshwari leaves. Grandma says that she would apologize from Rajeshwari's side. Sorry, Gayatri. Savitri asks what she just said. Grandma says sorry. Savitri says that Grandma called her Gayatri. Grandma says, oh, she was thinking about Gayatri since morning. She tells Savitri that everyone thinks of Gayatri to be wrong, but she knows that Gayatri truly loved the king. Savitri takes care of the king like Gayatri did, and the way she takes care of the king, Rajeshwari couldn't. and she says that she came to apologize for what happened today. Savitri says that if she thinks about Gayatri, she must talk to the king. Grandma says that the king isn't ready to hear the truth. The king only remembers Gayatri shot a bullet at him. Now the king will be happy with Savitri's care and he will get his memory back. Grandma asks her, thinking that now Gayatri will play according to her plan. The king asks Savitri if she knows how to play chess. Savitri says that there is a queen and there is a king. The queen gives her life for the king, but this is a game and it should happen in real life as well. The king says that it doesn't happen. Savitri says that maybe it happened to him and he doesn't remember. The king asks that why did Savitri not marry? Savitri asks if he has gotten eyes or buttons and she is a tan. And the king asks that who says that black people are bad ones and if souls are dark, then they are not good, but when the body is, it doesn't matter. Gayatri thinks that maybe the king's medicine has started to show its effect. The king says to Savitri that she is right, he should start living in the present. Savitri cheers when the king says that he will give his wife a second chance, but the king says that he wants to give Rajeshwari a chance and he vowed to Rajeshwari at the time of their marriage, and now he will fulfill the vows, and he says that it was because of her only. Savitri's eyes filled with tears and she thinks that she must talk to the queen's mother. In the jail, Savitri says that they want to know who was there with Rajeshwari on the cliff. When they will know about it, then they can prove it wasn't only Gayatri. When she asked the king to forget about his past, he thought that she was talking about Rajeshwari. The king's mother asks if she had only this little courage to fight. Savitri had to go to Yamlok to get her husband back. The fight are not fought until they are fought inside oneself. She has to burn no matter how strong the fire is. Gayatri says that she is right. She will not accept defeat. In the morning, Rajeshwari calls for the tea. The king comes there wishing her good morning. Rajeshwari wonders who the servant is knowing English. She is shocked to see the king and asks if he brought the tea. The king says that his hopes and teas have gotten so cold thrice, and she asks how it was so. The king says that it was a coincidence. Savitri hears this. The king asks Rajeshwari to come for dinner together. Rajeshwari says that everyone has dinner together. The king says that he was talking about them being alone. Rajeshwari spilled the tea. The king has to leave, saying that she isn't comfortable. Rajeshwari stops him and says that she had long waited for tonight and she might not die of elation. The king asks her to have tea. Rajeshwari dances. The king stops Savitri and says that it was really great to feel and watch his wife happy, and he is confused what to do and what to say, and he never did something like this before. Savitri says that maybe he had done it and doesn't remember. The king asks why she isn't happy. She makes a face to be happy. He gives the responsibility to Savitri. She suggested the king to have dinner with everyone, but he says that he wants to be alone. Gayatri thinks that the king took her advice wrong and she pushed him towards his other wife. Savitri instructed the servant, and Rajeshwari comes there and asks her to make all the decorations pink. Savitri argues that she was given this duty by the king and she will follow his instructions. Rajeshwari says that it is all for her and she murmurs that she is the sad thing. She tells her to get ready for the king. Rajeshwari says that she will take a long time today to get ready and she leaves. Savitri curtly says that the king has lost and that is why he wants a monkey like her on his table and chair. Grandma comes to Rajeshwari, who was excited and sweets with Grandma, and she says that today the king is going to have dinner with her alone and he asks for it and she boasts it was a sixer. Rajeshwari says that the king brought her tea and asks to spend time with her alone. Grandma wonders if the king wants to spend time with this monkey in Gayatri's presence, and is this Gayatri's game? The king asks Savitri how he looks. She says he looks really nice. He asks if Rajeshwari will like him. Savitri says that the one who doesn't dress in colorful clothes isn't acceptable. She gets him colorful clothes and says that the love is always colorful, and she says that her peacock is waiting for him and he goes to change. Grandma says that Rajeshwari shouldn't go with the king. Rajeshwari says that she herself wanted this. Grandma says that a mice has to move towards the cheese, but if the cheese moves towards the mice, it means that it is a trap. Rajeshwari says that the king has gotten the flame and there will be fire tonight. She asks the elders not to interfere. Tonight, she will be the queen of the king's heart and she cannot leave it even on Grandma's call, and she leaves dancing. Grandma wonders who should tell Rajeshwari that Gayatri is playing a trap which Rajeshwari is coming in it. and she can only be uncovered if Savitri rather than Rajeshwari comes close to the king. Thank you for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates, and please share my videos and also comment. Thank you.